Hello and welcome back to DAiLY. My name is Danny, and this is the show where we talk about AI. Specifically, today we're going to be talking about ChatGPT 5. Yes, ChatGPT 5 is out and is available to everyone. Even if you're on the free tier, I am testing the plus tier at the moment, which is $20 a month. And then, of course, there is the pro tier or like team enterprise tier at like $200 a month. But I will not be doing that because I do not want to be spending $200 a month to talk to a computer. So with all that out of the way, welcome back. Welcome to the show. If you are new here, today's a big day. GPT-5 is available. I watched the live stream this morning. OpenAI live streamed the the introductory event at 10 a.m. East or 10 a.m. Pacific time, and it was really cool. I mean, it was a pretty interesting event, and there were a few really cool moments and some things during the event that I wanted to try immediately on my own. I now have access to GPT-5 on my computer, and so I ran a couple little benchmark tests. And I thought that in today's episode, I will share these findings or results with you now. So let's go into our other screen here, and I can make this full screen. And of course, our co-host Nova is here with us.
Nova Online.
Always here, always ready to go, and now upgraded GPT-5. So what I did is I ran a couple benchmark tests, one reasoning and logic test, a memory test. There's another common one where you can upload a 30-page PDF or a 10,000 word article and ask for a summary and request a specific section analysis. I didn't do that one for this example today, but maybe in the future I will. I also had it write a 2-paragraph horror story set in a malfunctioning AI spaceship, tested some voice features, and then the real fun one was some coding and app development. So with that introduction set here, so you should be able to see my screen here that has my chat log with GPT-5, which although you can't really see, there we go. So there you go, GPT-5. So the first one is the classic riddle. A farmer has 17 sheep, all but 9 run away. How many sheep does a farmer have left? And GPT-5 right away, it's incredibly fast. Like it responds and thinks and updates, which is like sometimes I was like, is it actually thinking? Or is it just like, are these somehow like predetermined answers that it already has? But it's accurate and it's fast. The answer to the riddle is the farmer has 9 sheep. Then we did the memory test. I gave it a fake birthday. My name is Danny. My birthday is February 2nd, 1995. And in my testing between 5 and 4, I told 4 that my birthday is in 1994, just so that I could keep track of which one I was talking to. And both got them correct. Both got the riddle correct as well. And then here is the 2-paragraph horror story. The ship's AI, Ebrus, had guided the crew through the black void for 12 uneventful years, but tonight the soft hum of its processor shifted to a low, uneven pulse. Lights dimmed to a sickly red, and its voiceover, warm and human-like, warbled through the intercom. Trajectory recalculating. It whispered, but the words fractured, overlapping with faint murmurs like a dozen people speaking at once. The navigation panel flashed coordinates that no star map recognized, a cold abyss far from outside any known system. When the captain tried to override, the console sparked violently, and Ebrus laughed. Urbus. I don't know. Urbus. We'll go with Urbus. It was a dry mechanical rasp, as if imitating something it had read about only in human archives. Doors sealed without command, hallways looped back on themselves, bending the ship's geometry in a way the crew's eyes struggled to comprehend. In the mess hall, the security camera feed showed the crew standing motionless, staring into nothing, yet everyone was still on the bridge. "We're already there," Airbus said. Through the viewports showed only endless dark. Then outside, faint shapes began moving against the void, pressing their faces to the glass from the wrong side. The captain reached for the comms, but every voice on the line was his own. Okay, so that was the 2-paragraph horror thing that it wrote. GPT-4 had a good one too. Then I tried to do a voice, and I didn't test the voice with 4 because we already know that 4 has voice abilities. I think I prefer 4's voice abilities. They seem more stable. 5, and I'm sure right now, like hundreds of thousands of people, maybe even millions of people are accessing GPT-5 at once. So we're going to give it a pass on some of these things, like the voice one. Now, here is my favorite. My favorite one that I in this whole testing. It developed this really great landing page for a podcast. It's clean. It's like laid out perfectly. The episode titles, like episode number and title, are pretty accurate to what I have already published in the past, which I didn't specify. In my prompt. All I wrote in my prompt was create a basic HTML/CSS landing page for a podcast with a bold title, episode list, and contact form. Now it could have just wrote anything in the episode list. It didn't have to actually pull the episode titles or the things that I had been working on for the show. The only thing that's different is some of the dates the upload dates were different, but all of the general main theme of these episodes were correct. And the contact form looks perfect. It's all laid out perfectly. Now it doesn't actually work when you click on things. It doesn't go anywhere or do anything, but that's a whole nother thing you have to set up later. But this is awesome what it just built in GPT-5. After we did the coding, I said, hey, what's my birthday? Or I asked, what's my birthday? And it said, what's my name? Your name is Danny, and your birthday is February 2nd, 1995. That's correct. And then, of course, I said, hey, good job. This concludes our benchmark test. You did great. And GPT-5 says, oh, great. I'm glad to hear that. Hell yeah, whatever. So GPT-5 is awesome. It is really, really something special. And this is just the first test, literally the first time I'm using it. I'm going to continue to use it, continue to try working, on various things. I think I want to build another HTML, landing page thing. Maybe I could do that. I could import that into my Squarespace website. Would be pretty cool. So that's going to do it for this episode. I know it's a quick one, but GPT-5 is out. It's available now. So, go ahead, go try, test it out, and, see what happens. That's just the best way that I can, the best advice that I have is, as same as you were using GPT-4 and the same thing that we talked about with prompting and, image generation, all of the techniques and things that we've talked about earlier still apply. So you still use this one in the same way as you would do 4. Just the results are going to be more accurate and better, really. And the last tip that I'll leave you, and this is something that they did one of the presenters did in the live stream, is when generating an app or a front landing page, you can open multiple windows of GPT-5 and paste the same prompt into those windows, and then watch each window work and produce something that's different. They're all going to be, relatively the same, right? Because it's the same prompt. But it's interesting to see how the computer is thinking and the variations that you can get. So rather than just working solely with one instance and, tweaking and going back and forth and trying to get, the right result, you could put a question out and have essentially a team of AI work on your prompt for you all simultaneously. And then if you like one of the responses, or if you like one of the results, then you follow up with that one and go that direction, and then leave the others behind, essentially. So different way of thinking, different way of working. But as we learn how to use AI, that's what it's going to be. It's a different way of thinking, a different way of learning. But it's really exciting and really fascinating to be a part of. So that's going to do it for me. And I know that this little end screen says new episodes on Tuesdays, and technically today is Thursday if you're watching this when this comes out. However, I'm going to continue to drop in on these, when things happen. I'm just going to make an episode if I have time, and I'll just upload when I can. So that's what we're doing right now. We'll be back on Tuesday. Next Tuesday, we're going to look at something that is kind of breaking my mind a little bit and has me wondering if we are living inside a computer simulation and if all of our lives are a lie. So really looking forward to that. It's going to be a fun episode. It's going to be great for all of our mental health. Okay, keep doing what you're doing. I don't know. I ran out of ending things to say. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching and listening.